Welcome to The Explainer. For decades, if you wanted to find a tech laggard, you looked at healthcare. It was almost a running joke. But a brand new report from Menlo Ventures shows that script has been completely, and I mean completely, flipped. Today, we're going to break down how an industry known for moving at a glacial pace suddenly became the surprising leader in adopting artificial intelligence.
So to really set the stage here, you can't overstate just how slow healthcare has been. We are talking about a massive, nearly $5 trillion slice of the US economy that just sat on the sidelines for every major tech wave, from the cloud to mobile. Seriously, the old joke was that the most advanced piece of tech in a doctor's office was the fax machine, and honestly, it wasn't far from the truth.
But that is the old story. Today, that very same industry is deploying artificial intelligence at more than twice the rate of the broader economy. Now, that 2.2x figure, that's not just a little step up. It's a massive, industry-shaking leap forward that has caught just about everyone by surprise.
And let's put that number into perspective, okay? While fewer than 9% of companies across the entire economy have AI actually up and running, a full 22% of healthcare organizations are already there. And here's the kicker. This wasn't some slow, gradual catch-up. Healthcare went from just 3% adoption to 22% in only 2 years. That's not a jog, that is a full-blown sprint.
So, this begs the obvious question, right? Why is an industry that's built on caution and, super long approval cycles suddenly moving at startup speed? What exactly lit this fire?
Well, the answer seems to be a perfect storm of pressure. I mean, every single part of the industry is getting squeezed. You got hospitals dealing with razor-thin margins and doctors who are just completely burnt out. Insurance companies are fighting a tidal wave of rising medical costs. And pharmaceutical companies, they're trying to figure out how to boost their R&D productivity, which has been flat for years. Suddenly, AI isn't some nice-to-have tech anymore. It's become a strategic lifeline for survival.
And this sense of urgency isn't just talk. It's being backed by some very serious capital. So let's do what we do best. Let's follow the money trail.
Healthcare organizations are on track to spend $1.4 billion on AI this year alone. Just to put that into perspective, that is nearly triple the investment from just last year. So this isn't some cautious little experiment. It's a decisive, massive bet on the future. Now, what's really fascinating here is who is actually doing the spending. It's not the insurance companies or the big pharma giants. An overwhelming 75% of that cash is coming directly from the providers. We're talking hospitals and health systems on the front lines. They're the ones feeling the pain of burnout and inefficiency the most, and they are betting big that AI is the solution. So where's all that provider money going? Get this, a staggering 85% of it is flowing to these nimble AI-native startups, not to the established healthcare IT giants who have pretty much dominated the market for decades. This signals a huge potential shift in the balance of power. And right there, that dynamic sets the stage for a classic David versus Goliath showdown. You've got the agile, fast-moving startups against the powerful, entrenched incumbents of the healthcare tech world.
And these startups, they have a very clear playbook. They're not trying to come in and replace the entire hospital software system on day one. No, they start by solving one specific, high-paying problem, something like automatically taking notes for doctors. Once they get that foothold, they expand into related areas like billing, with the long-term goal of eventually becoming the new core system.
But here's the twist. Even though the startups are the ones winning all the deals right now, the report uncovers something really interesting. Most healthcare leaders say they would actually prefer to buy these AI tools from their trusted existing provider, like Epic. So there's this real tension between who they're buying from today and who they'd rather be partnering with for the long haul.
And you better believe the big guys, the incumbents, they're not just sitting on their hands. They are now launching their own competing AI tools, and they have these massive built-in advantages. I mean, they're already integrated into every hospital workflow, and they have distribution channels that can reach pretty much every doctor in the country. This battle is really just beginning.
But this whole fight over the existing IT budget, that's really just the opening act. The real prize, the true transformation that AI promises, is something way, way bigger. Look at this number. It's absolutely staggering. $740 billion. That is how much the US healthcare system spends every single year on administrative services. We're talking about things like phone calls, faxes, and manual data entry that are still done by people.
And this is the crucial point. The most disruptive AI companies, they aren't just selling a better version of old software. No, they are targeting this massive pool of human-powered services. They're automating workflows like prior authorizations, the nightmare of getting pre-approval from an insurer, things that were never even considered part of the IT budget before. They are literally converting labor costs into software revenue.
And you can see this shift happening in real time. The fastest-growing areas for AI are not in the core clinical systems. They're in these historically manual jobs. I mean, look at this. Patient engagement is up 20-fold, and prior authorization is up 10-fold. In a single year, that's explosive growth.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, this AI revolution in healthcare isn't some far-off prediction. It is happening right now. But the really exciting part is that we are still in the very, very early innings of this game.
A full 80% of the potential healthcare AI market remains completely untapped. So think about that. As big as this transformation has felt over the past 2 years, it means the most significant changes are absolutely still ahead of us.
And the next waves of innovation are going to go even deeper. We're going to see that massive $740 billion services budget get automated at scale. We're going to see new voice interfaces that totally change how patients interact with the health system. And maybe the most profound of all, we're going to see AI agents built for doctors begin to communicate directly with AI agents built for insurance companies, automating all that friction right out of the system.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty provocative thought. Right now, AI is solving problems inside of organizations. But the ultimate prize isn't just making a single hospital a little more efficient. It's creating a system where intelligent machines can automate the costly, frustrating, and time-consuming friction between all the different parts of the system. And when that happens, it won't just be an evolution. It will be a complete redesign of healthcare as we know it.